All right, who wants a nice story here? My Supercoach team, we've been in a lot of struggles the last few weeks and leaving sort of 60, 70 points on the table each and every week due to injuries, unfortunately. Lost Wilton last week and this week it was Paseka, but the reason we ended up playing him is because we lost Isaac Tungo pre-game. So looking like he was going to get a big score. Brian To'o I brought in last week and he picked up 104, which was great. I did have to sacrifice Gutho to get there. Given I have a fair few eels in my side, I thought getting rid of him at his peak price, well, what we thought might be the peak price there, before he got his 115 there. I ended up getting To'o in and upgrading to Marzu as well, which worked out solidly with his 79 as well. So my trade-ins were good this week, but Isaac Tungo was out. I therefore reserved Paseka for 2. So that sucked. But thankfully, I didn't lose too many ranks. So just still sitting at 1,300 now. So lost 19 ranks last week. It's just been a tough few weeks, really. As I said, I was looking to really push from 600th in coming into round 19. I was thinking I'd be able to sneak into the top 500, top 4, top 3, and it's just gone the other way, unfortunately. And just out of luck for the most part. Players that have been averaging more, you just haven't been hitting their targets and hitting their straps, unfortunately. So that one really hurt us. So I ended up not playing Mulatalo. I just thought that there's a good chance he would go low in that game, and really it looked that way until he picked up his try and then got the try assist in the end as well. To still get 54, not very nice. But Captain Nico, so very, very similar to that of Hines in that one. Moses ended up sneaking to his 72, which was pretty lucky in the end. Grant's been pretty poor. To be honest, since we brought him in, he's had like 2 good scores and a very low other than that. So, not great in the hooking front at the moment. I wouldn't be spending any money in that position. But a lot of middling scores. I brought in Fafita 2 weeks ago, and he's gone pretty low both of those weeks, 60-odd and 57 here. Munster, the 97, was nice as well, so grabbed him last week for 65, 97 in this one. Pongo's been incredible for us, another 96 for him. So really that's, all of those there just allowed me to not lose any ranks. And if I played Mulatalo, it's another 50-odd, which would have been very helpful for the side. But just frustrating times all around in the Supercoach circle. So personally with me, I have 4 trades remaining. So coming into this week, I was hoping not to really use any coming into this week, but unfortunately, another injury causes some issues here, and I didn't end up trading out Wilton last week, and he's going to go this week, and Wilton's just going to go to Murray, and that just leaves me with a little bit of cash there, and I've got some options as to what I want to do with Paseka, and I think with Isaac Tungo being out this week as well, it's frustrating there, and obviously have some options in terms of what I want to do for my 4th reserve. Then if I make that one extra trade, I'm looking at guys like Lodge. There's obviously 104k remaining. I just thought I'd leave that extra cash just in case I need to upgrade in the next few weeks. I could also move on Tungo, but my theory there is that he should be returning next week. And yes, the points are going to be pretty important, but with the lower trades, with 6 rounds remaining here, thought if I can get another fella just to plug a gap, and Lodgy should be able to get big minutes now that Paseka is out, and also Josh Aloye. That's kind of the general theory there, but I will have a play around in trying to get, because what I could do here is move Tung on and bring Asako back into the center wing, and I should be able to grab with that extra cash available, which if I didn't do Lodge, I think it would be about 50 or so. I should be able to get close to Latrell, which could be really fun as well. But something I do have to think about then is how many South players I have. Walker, Murray in there. It would be Latrell as well. So currently just sitting with the 2. So 3, will that be okay in that point? Hopefully, not having a hell of a lot of injured players there would be sweet. Let me know what you guys would do with that. If it's worth just grabbing another player. Obviously, having Harris and Fanua Blake out this week, is fine. I can cover that very comfortably, which is sweet. I don't even have to bring in another one just to play that there. But Murray in for Teague Wilton was the play. Turpin, the minutes just aren't there, unfortunately. So a low score from him, but we're leaving that hooker position. We don't need to do anything with it at the moment. He made some cash and he's losing all that now. Harry Grant down to 638 is pretty incredible there for sure. So with all my cash outs, Tyrone Munro doesn't come back into the side either. Very happy with where I'm at with, at the moment, I'm actually mucking around with Garrick as captain there, and going to vice Cody Walker. So we'll see how Walker ends up going in that earlier game. And then we'll make our decision. They have the Tigers there, so we'll make that decision with Garrick playing the Dragons there. I think could be a fun one to have a play around with. Obviously, myself not owning The great Nathan Cleary. We're still sitting there with Moses, which, if I wanted to, he's another guy I could make my second trade from, is Moses to Cleary. I definitely think he'll bounce back, and still a 72 is nothing to sneeze at, obviously, but he didn't play very well. Lots of missed tackles, and those 2 tries were not lucky, but they're definitely helpful in that front. So currently sitting with, if Tunga, when he comes back, I have 19, 20, 21 really solid players if everyone's playing each week. Obviously, if Fanua, Blake and Harris are out next week, we'll have no Dogs out the week after. And then obviously with the Cowboys either. So really overall, I think we can get through now with the couple of trades left if we do make these couple. The center wing position's really, really strong. Sarko, I think, is going to really score well this week, so I'm happy to be playing him. Very comfortable to be playing him. He's almost a solid captaincy or a vice captaincy option as well, if you can get around that. And Dave Fafita was my vice last week, and he could still earn that badge as well. For those that are looking at him as a captain or a vice captain, you'd expect him to bounce back and get a try or an assist or something heading into this week. But that's Supercoach for me at the moment. It's we're in a bit of a sour mood around it. But it shows that the difficulty of getting things right each and every week, especially if you've got some a pod in Teague Wilton, in Paseka that are copying that injury. It's very hard to come back and actually make ranks each and every week. So we'll see how we go these last 6. I still feel like I have the team to be able to do it. It's just, how does Cleary go? How does, Moses and Munster and Walker have a lot of the pieces that we want with Ponga in the fullback position there. Missing out on Teddy, missing out on Latrell. Will that prove costly? Potentially. But I think I have enough other players to cover it, especially if Tungo comes back and is fit and firing along with To'o to go along with the Panthers just absolutely dominating this last 6 rounds would be the goal. So that's the Supercoach update for the week, guys. Let me know your thoughts around it. I think just, making sure that you have a pretty solid collection of players if you're running out of trades. If you're not, and if you had, in my position, if I had 5, 6, 7 left, I'd clearly just be going for Tungo straight to Latrell or Teddy or something like that. That would be the play. But just the lack of trades, having 2 left following this round will leave me, 2 less for 5 rounds. With the amount of things that can go wrong, probably worth just plugging in that gap in the front row forward position. So good luck this week, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.